Have masculine black men. That's why.
If you want to support the platform just in case anything like this happens again, you can do it by way of PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and also by the Anchor. And you can also further support the platform by way of going to the Teespring store or the shoe store that is located in the comment section below.
He's just there to be
believe
gay,
that.
Shad. That's all he's there for. That's literally all he's there for.
Well, if it's the black man, yeah, they have to make him gay because they always make the black man gay for some reason.
Feminine.
Because you
Yep.
can't have masculine black men. That's why.
Yep.
Yeah.
'Cause they're scary.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
scary.
you got to cut him out of the China posters.
Yeah, and I mean, and that takes a lot of Photoshop time.
Jay, which of these new Disney Star Wars projects are you looking forward to the most?
You need people like me. You need people like me so you can point your fingers and say, that's the bad guy.
So let me give a little bit of context, right? I was online and I just happened upon that video and just randomly clicked on and listened to the whole video. And I'm very happy that I did because the most interesting part about that was that they got to a point when talking about Star Wars, they were talking about a Asian character. I think it was an Asian male character. He might have been a part of the LGBT, dealing with the franchise or what have you, right? And they were making some jokes about that. And then it went over into the conversation that you heard where they talked about the fact that whenever that there is a black man that is on screen in these Marvel films, automatically they have to make him gay. And I can't spot the lie. I need somebody to spot the lie. Because the main thing that has always been stated when it comes to black men is that there is an agenda to demasculate and to feminize black men and young black boys whenever it comes time to showcase them as strong, as independent, when they're in leadership type roles, where it comes time for them to progress in the story arc to finally get that strength, to finally show their teeth, to finally fight back. It's always this regression into something else. Instead of them becoming a stronger young man, instead of them growing and becoming that man, instead of the black men being up there and taking that leadership position, that masculine role, that show of force, that show of strength, they are regressed. They are devolved into something else. In the moment in time that I happen to hear this panel stated, I 1000% believe it. I really did not believe any of these things when it is that, black people have stated it. Even when I myself may have gone over these topics, you know what? I really didn't believe it. But I 100% believe it now because you have this group of men who are not even black that are specifically talking about this issue and pointing these things out. Mm, ain't that something? Ain't it funny how another group of men can actually see something that obviously the black community can't even see? So maybe because this group of men were able to calmly assess the situation, think logically, and just peer into that avenue, right? They got away from whatever issues that, their community is facing, that their men are facing, right? Because that's essentially what the video was about. And then they took the time out and the energy to focus in on what it is that's going on with black men. I give kudos to them because realistically, they didn't have to do that. They could have just stayed ranting and raving and being worried about what it is that is happening to their own image when it deals with the movies, when it deals with Star Wars, when it deals with the female empowerment that is going on and that's being interjected in order to suppress their image, right? The men of that community, in order to suppress their image, in order to push and promote feminism, in order to further promote women being independent and being separate of men, not needing or being with men in order to have strength or show of force or to have a protector in order to have somebody that's going to have their back, anything like that. They could have, again, went and kept ranting and raving about that. And again, I still would have watched the video. I would have had no problem with it because I didn't know that this was even a segment. And I can highly promise you that if they had a nice editor and that editor decided to go back and snippet that part and then retitle it, I promise you, they would have a lot of black people to that platform, especially a lot of black men, just off of the fact that they took out their own free time and just did that. Like I said before, to my knowledge, that was not even a part of the segment. It just happened to went directly over there. And I say it like this, even if that was a part of the segment, oh well. Again, I will sit up there and take it. Because at this moment in time, as I've stated before, it takes other groups of people in order to highlight and spot what's wrong and how the black community is being attacked, especially the black men out here and the image of black men. Because far too long, we have had black men out here talking about this. We've talked about the agenda, we've listed the agenda, we've shown the agenda. And even when we have proof and we show off these things, even to our own people to make them understand, nobody listens. Ain't nobody trying to hear it. You have people saying, "Oh, you guys are just this." They'll start trying to brand the black men talking about, "Oh, you guys are just this. You guys are fearing this. You guys are this, this, that, and the third." But I wonder if those same people dealing with the black community who didn't listen to the black men and the young black men talking about this and pointing out these examples, giving you real world examples, not them just talking, not them just quote unquote making up things, because it's the man after them. No, 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 not none of that. But I wonder if those same people that didn't want to take a gander, didn't want to take a look and a listen to those black men and young black men, I wonder if they'll listen to these men here, because I promise you they will. I promise you they will. Because yet again, that's the exact same problem that black people still have at this moment in time. That we are willing to bend the knee and bend the ear to somebody who doesn't look like us, that will take out the free time to point out an issue, to point out a problem, and we will give them all types of kudos and everything of the sort. But when it comes to our own people doing the research, doing the studying, giving you the real world examples, don't matter if it's advertisement, don't matter if it's magazines, don't matter if it's movie, don't matter if it's television shows, don't matter if it's music, don't matter if it's encompassing all of those topics, black people won't show up. They won't listen. They won't take part in the discussion. They won't give that black man or young black man any type of credit. Like I said, there's a lot of problems directly in the black community. But like I said before, I'm going to let and allow other people to basically explain what the problem is, because that's the only way that black people realistically are even going to listen.